Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to come out from kind of behind the camera. Let me go ahead and widen this out. I want to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. The reason I'm doing this is I want you to see I'm a real person. I'm just a normal guy who, about a decade, I think I pretty much had no style. I was living abroad with my wife in Ukraine. It was there that again and again I kept seeing this. In the Marine Corps, I saw it when I traveled, that style does matter, and I wanted to ignore it for a long time. And the thing that I lost, I think, is opportunity. It wasn't until I went off to business school. I got flown by Cornell University out to New York City and then to Ithaca, and I was like, holy cow. I'm in and around these really, going around these Ivy League people. I actually checked out Columbia while I was in New York, went to Harvard, over at Boston. I ended up going to the University of Texas, but it really set me, I realized if I want to be successful in the business world, I need to take the lessons that I applied or that I had picked up in the Marine Corps, that I had seen abroad, that who we are, I've got 4 kids, and I instill in them to treat people with respect, but they still make judgment calls. Everyone makes a judgment call based off of appearance and how somebody looks. And it's a harsh reality and something I wish the world wasn't necessarily like that, but it is. And the PC society that we're in tries to tell us differently. And that it doesn't matter what they want to believe. It's like gravity. It's still like you can not believe in gravity, but if you jump off the Empire State Building, you're going down unless you've got wings or you've got a jetpack. And guys, that's kind of what I see these lessons and what I've created here with the personal image system. It's your jetpack so that you can fly through and you can take advantage of opportunities that only men who know those secrets can. But at the same time, I wanted to make it simple. I wanted to make it practical. I wanted to give you tons of information, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. So that's why it's been, something, that's why actually I've created the system and perfected it over the last, probably it's been well over 5 years. Started off as something called the style system. But then I realized it needed to be more. It needed to be more interactive. It needed to have parts to it and had gamification. So eventually that's what has become the personal image system. And this is the newest version. Actually, I simplified it even more. I added a lot of gamification. So that's what's going to be really cool about this group we've got going through is I'm clearing out of my office, you guys may have heard, and I am giving away tons of prizes in this one. I'm really going to make it something fun. At the same time, the whole reason I do this is I want men to take action. It's funny, I'm looking through, I have a survey as soon as you join the course. Why did you join the course? Why did you make the decision? And a lot of people are telling me, Antonio, I've been following you. One guy said he's known about me since 2008, whenever I did something over with Ask Men. And he's like, I've known about you. And it's funny, I go back and I went through your podcast and I loved it. I've had many other people like, Antonio, I've watched 100 of your videos. I had one guy, he's like, I just found about you a month ago, but when I go and I see your body of work, I know that you're serious. I know that I love the way that you approach it. And guys, whatever it may be, let me know what is holding you back. Why aren't you jumping on and joining us in this latest version of the personal image system? I would love to have you in this course. I would love to have you in this program. And I'm wondering, what is it the thing that's holding you back? Now, really quick, I had a few questions. I've got some notes right here. I had some questions. People are asking me, like, how long do you have to make the decision? Okay, guys, I'm shutting down the window in about 2 days for the early bird discount. So you need to, if you want to jump on because it's shutting here pretty soon. No idea. So some people are asking me, Antonio, is this course designed for people that have no idea about style or people that are a bit more advanced? Now, here's the great thing about the course. Like a high-end watch, it actually goes deep. So the 25-step program actually assumes you know nothing and it builds your foundation. That being said, there are guys that think they know a lot about style and go through my 25 steps and they're like, wow, this is actually, I learned a lot. But that's not where it stops. That's just the tip of the iceberg, because that opens up all my bonus courses, my science of style, my core wardrobe, my habits of stylish men. And that stuff can literally keep you busy for months. Then I've got my bonus ebooks, A Man's Guide to Style. I sell that separately. That's got like a 14-hour audio, 100 lessons in it. That's the bonus material. Then you've got the actual league where you can interact with me and others on Facebook. And, it's a private group. Only people that have graduated through my programs are allowed into that one. That's not my public group. Then we've got the live training. And what's cool about this is you have lifetime access. And I get some guys that come in and they know a lot. And you know what? I challenge them to help others, to help raise up others. And they find that because I'm putting them, I'm actually asking them I think more difficult questions when it comes to style. At the same time, I realize some guys are just starting off. So for them, I create the content that is really going to give them, it's that 20% of the content what is going to yield them the 80% return. Now, some people are asking me about payment options. I do have it where the best price is going to be if you buy it all at once. However, I do have payment options where you can pay over a series of, when I was in the Marine Corps, I understood that I only got paid every 2 weeks, and I didn't have, a big chunk of change set aside. I did have a monthly budget of what I would use for education and entertainment, and that's what I kind of did this on. It's like, okay, maybe you've got a set pay scale, so I do set it that way. And let me know if money's a barrier. I definitely understand. Some of you guys maybe are over in, my grandmother or my wife's grandmother has a pension in Ukraine, and that's what she lives off of. And that pension, I think, is like $200. No, it's $150 a month. I mean, that's not much money. So I know some of you guys are in areas, and maybe you've got an income of $1,000 a month. Maybe your income is $500 a month. Let me know if that's the barrier, because for guys that are students or that are really in a tough mind, I do find ways to get creative. Sometimes I've actually let people in at lower prices, but they got to be start students. And really, I look at your situation, because at the end of the day, I wanted to create a program that men from around the world could take. I had a question about business coaching. So I do have the option for one-on-one coaching, and that's going to be my highest level plan. If you want business coaching and businesses I decide to work with, that's more of like an application process, and I need to know more about your business. I do have business coaching, and it's $5,000 a month, not for every business. That's more for businesses that are already pulling in about $50,000 a month in income. And so for them to be able to bring in my services where I help them better sell to men, better understand their customer, they're going to actually see, a big return. So they're going to get a return on investment on working with me very quickly. But I know for a lot of smaller businesses that they're going to probably want to look at maybe one of my intro packages, and we can talk about this. Just send me another email if you've got questions about business coaching. So guys, that's it. I wanted just to let you, show you a little bit behind the scenes, but also let you know I'm a real guy. And I would love to hear from you what's holding you back, what you would need, what you would like to make sure is in the course before you jump on board. And I hope you do. We're going to be closing the registration down here very soon. That's it, guys.